Hello again and welcome to the fourth part of this tutorial. In the previous parts we modeled these pieces in here, and now we continue modeling our main piece, which is this one, and we are going to add some of the details in here, some this thing in here, and also this one and that one. Okay, so let's get started. We already applied the subdivision surface modifier. Okay, now currently I'm in edit mode, and just to make the modeling easier, I'm just gonna disable my modifier for a moment. Okay, so let's just select this face now, and first I just wanna add extrude. Yeah, I just wanna add all of that circles in there so I can get done with them. Okay, enable edge length, so on something equal along x and z axis, 1 point, let's just say 4, somewhere around 4. Same on the z axis. Alright, 0.14, sorry. So something like this. Okay, they're actually quite equal. Now I'm gonna subdivide them once, dissolve that middle vertex in there, select all of the vertices that are now in here, and Shift Alt S to make this a sphere. Alright, now just scale it down and fit it in there. Right, extrude backward a little bit, extrude, scale it that one in just a little bit, then extrude and snap back to the front vertex. Okay, let's apply our modifier and see how it looks. Alright, this looks fine. Next. Okay, so let's see, we have this thing in here, and I'm not gonna extrude this, but I'm gonna make a different object. I'm gonna add a circle, rotate 90 degrees along X, of course scale this down a lot. Okay, and I'm gonna place it in here. Okay, now actually, if you excuse me just 1 second, I'm gonna disable all of these subdivision surface modifier because it's kind of laggy. My computer is slow, so it's a little bit laggy. I think I'll hide this one. Okay, back into edit mode. I have this circle in here, and I'm gonna snap it along Y to this vertex. Okay, right there on that face. Okay, now I'm gonna take this vertex out, and these two as well, till we have something like that, and that looks pretty much fine. I'm just gonna extrude this along Y. Here's something like that. I think that's just okay. Make a face in there, and I think that should do it. Alright, now for these two I'm just gonna add a first a plane, which I'm gonna rotate 90 degrees along X, and I will extrude that out from this plane. Also just duplicate that. I'm gonna use that for those two in there as well. Okay, so just fit that in there, these two in here, and now I'm gonna place it, snap it right there, and extrude it out along Y as well, a little bit more than this part in there, that thing. Alright, now I'm gonna grab this plane that we have, snap this one to that vertex as well, scale down along Z. I'm gonna place it in here just a little bit along X. Maybe it's a little bit bigger. Okay, something like this. Now 7. Extrude this out just a little bit. And I'm gonna press L. Duplicate it and take this one to the other side. Okay, now let's just see how this looks if I apply my Subdivision Surface modifier, and it doesn't look so good. First, press Smooth Shading again, because those objects are not smooth. Okay, so I need some loop cuts in here. First I'm gonna add one in here, one in here, and slide. Now let's just see if this in here is rounded or not. That one is, yeah, it's a little bit round, so that's something to notice. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna add some loop cuts to this one meanwhile. Okay, so basically this is not so round, so I think that should be okay. Perhaps you could have added these loop cuts before duplicating it, so you save just a little bit of time. Okay, now I need the loop cut in here as well. Alright, that's okay. And let's see if this looks alright. Right there it's rounded in here, so I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna add 2 loop cuts horizontally, Z. Okay, make sure you select all of those vertices in there and just take them out along X, something like this, and it will be curved in there. Okay, something like that. I'm just gonna do this so far. Yeah, I guess that's enough in there, and I'm gonna continue with this thing in here, which I'm not sure what it does, but I'm just gonna add a cube, scale it down, and I'm gonna start modeling that piece. I'll disable my subdivision again. Okay, and I'm gonna take a look to see. So that's basically a face snapped to there and extrude it out, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna press 7 and snap this one to that face. Okay, now I'm gonna bring it, yeah, right, just that's okay. Make sure it doesn't come over this edge, so that wouldn't look so good. Okay, scale down along X. Not gonna scale it down along Y, because those vertices will come outward and I did the snapping for nothing. So I guess this width is fine, or yeah, not sure it's width. Select all of it, take it up a little bit more, those two, without this one, a little bit up, and now I'm gonna extrude this, scale it out. In fact, I'm just gonna scale it out along X, no other axis. Okay, extrude it out again. And for more roundness, you could extrude it out again and scale it down along X, of course. And okay, now I need one loop cut in here and one in here. Now to face select mode, and I'm gonna select these two faces, which I will extrude them out. Okay, so extrude, scale them along X, and I believe we are done with this piece in here. Okay, so let's continue our modeling. Actually, let's take a look and see how this looks. Okay, smooth shading. Yeah, of course we need a loop cut in here. Nope, not in there. In here. And I think we could just select all that face in there. No, we're not gonna do that. Okay, I'm just gonna deselect the right one, and I think I can just bring this out just a little bit. Yeah, something like this. And we need another loop cut in here. Right. And I need some loop cuts to smooth out this edge and this one. Also one in here. And I'm gonna take another look. This is round, and those two are fine as it is. Just that looks okay. You can add a loop cut in here and in here if you want that to be not so smooth, but I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Okay, so we have one thing in here and this side is done. Alright, I'm gonna disable subdivision, and for that I'm gonna add first a circle, which I'm gonna take it in here, and the dimensions are right, are okay. Snap this one to that face in there, and I'm gonna fill this face in here for the moment. And I actually need to delete all of these vertices in here. Delete vertices, and this is what is left out of out of our circle. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna make a face in here and one in here. Alright, now I'm gonna select them both, and I will extrude them out just a little bit. Yeah, something like this. Okay, that's our circles in there. Maybe I'll bring this down a little bit, and this one up. Okay, so next, yeah, I could add some loop cuts in here and extrude that out. If you want that effect, you see in there, that's a hole or something like that. But I'm not gonna add a loop cut because that will add some extra vertices, in there that we don't want. So I'm just gonna model it out of a plane, and it will be a different object. Okay, so and this is quite small, and depending on the positioning of your weapon, it might not even notice. It might not be noticeable. I'm gonna snap it to that vertex. Wait, and I'm gonna do the next thing. Yeah, I need to make sure it's between those two. A bit. Okay. I'm gonna place them very close to them. Scale it out just a little bit more. I guess that's fine. And I'm gonna take them right through. Let's just take a look. Yeah, right to the end. Maybe I'm just gonna add a loop cut and take this one out a little bit. Alright, now I'm gonna select all of that object, and yeah, I didn't snap it correctly. You need to snap it to that back face, to that face that is a little bit inward. Alright, now I'm gonna, in fact I'm not gonna use stop view. I'm just gonna extrude this out and make sure this something like this. Okay, and that one is not snapped correctly, don't know why, but make sure this edge comes over that one so it looks good like that. Okay, pretty much that's what I'm gonna do in here. I'm not bothered doing more. Okay, I'm gonna take a look, see how it looks. Smooth shading again. Alright, I really need some loop cuts in here. One in here. And in here I cannot add because I have an n-gon face in there, but I'm just gonna join those two vertices together. Okay, maybe join the back ones as well. Here I'm gonna do the same thing. Alright, join. What did I press in here? Select those two. J. Yeah, I think I pressed F for the face. You need to press J in here, not F. Alright, and I'm gonna add now a loop cut in here as well, and now I can add one loop cut in here as well as in here. Alright, now I need another one in here. Gonna sharpen this in here as well. Okay, and you can I'm gonna select all of those yeah, just L, deselect the front faces. Okay, so I selected all of that back faces, and I'm gonna delete the faces in there. So now this doesn't get rounder in here on this edge, so that edge is sharp. I don't need to add a loop cut in there. Okay, and perhaps I could just scale this up along Z just a little bit, and that's all I'm gonna do in here. Alright, so this part is done. As you can see, we don't have anything more to add. Maybe you've got one bolt in there, just add it if you want. Okay, that's small, you wanna see it. Now for the other side, this is not the same, is a little bit simpler or easier to model than the other one. I have some pictures in here from this is the left side, and I've got this picture from the same site. I've got the background image, which is this one. So if you don't have that link, I'm just gonna give it in the description again. Okay, so I'm not even gonna follow my background image when I model the other side, and I'm just gonna take after this image in here. Okay, so let's just go to our Blender scene, Control 1. Okay, sorry about this. I'm just gonna add some random bolts in there, or whatever you call them. I actually need to add a circle in here. Vertex is 12. Is that okay? 12 or even 6. Yeah, 6 are fine. Rotate along X 90 degrees, scale that down, and this one bolt is going to be a little bit more special than the others. Okay, I'm gonna take this one in here, fill up a face in there, scale that down, extrude this out. Not so much, just a little bit. Add a loop cut in here and delete that back face in there. Okay, maybe it's not so thick. One, not Control 1. Right, that looks okay. Now I'm gonna extrude out these 1, 2, 3 bolts. Let's just say one will be in here, and if you want you can add even more than 3. Scale that 0 along X, along Z. Okay, enable edge length again, 1.1. Scale along X again. Okay, somewhere around 1.1 for this one. Okay, same thing as I did with the others. Dissolve that. Shift Alt S. And I'm gonna do the extrusion now. Extrude that. Okay, and actually if you want this to really look nice, no, I extruded that twice. so I'm not gonna extrude it again. Just gonna scale it in a little bit and extrude that out again. Okay, and this time I'm just gonna do it quickly. I'm not gonna use numbers, edge lengths. Extrude, scale that down, scale along X. Okay, something like that. Subdivide, dissolve to sphere, extrude, extrude again, extrude again. Alright, extrude to there. So as you can see, I'll keep pushing N instead of Control N. Okay, as you can see, I just made it a little bit too big. So I'm gonna scale it down. I'm gonna scale it all down. Maybe something like this, and the other one is going to be in here, and you can edit. I'm not gonna edit now. Okay, this is another part, so you don't need to worry about that right now. We have this thing in here, which is going to be just a simple circle, and in fact I can duplicate that circle in there and bring it for snap in there, bring it on top of this face. As you can see, this is the face, so write this one in here. This is actually, yeah, that's big, not quite so small, so I'm gonna scale it up. Alright, let's just take a look. That's a circle, that will be the middle that we have in here. And I'm gonna duplicate this one again. Gonna scale this up. And notice I didn't extrude it, I duplicated it. So scale along Z. I'm gonna just delete the faces in. Okay, Control Z. Seems I can't delete the faces yet. So I'm just gonna select them both. Maybe press 7 if you want. And extrude those out. Till it looks something of a circle. Yeah, like that one. Alright. Now just select this one in here, and I need to cut a hole in there. I'm gonna extrude it, scale it down, also scale down along Z. That looks perfect. Extrude, snap it back to there, and that's how this is going to cut a hole in the middle. Okay, let's just see this one. I need one loop cut for that one. Also one loop cut for this one. And I would say it looks nice. You could delete the back faces if you want, but I think it actually looks nice as it is. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay, and we've got that extrusion, you could say. Alright, so for that, let's just see. I'm just gonna add some loop cuts in here. In fact, you don't necessarily need it because we have that this extrusion in here, which you don't have in here. But if you want it, you could add it. Just maybe move this up a little bit so you have some place for extruding it. Add one loop in here, one in here, and in there. Okay, and select these faces that you want to take out and just take them out. So it's something like this. Maybe this one comes out as well. Okay, back to vertex, Control V, remove doubles. Yeah, remove 28 vertices. In there, I think, yeah, I need to delete that edge in there. And something like this. Perhaps you could just one more thing, fade this edge out by taking it back along Y to something like this. And yeah, basically this is the main part of the Carbine rifle. About faded mode, and yeah, this is it. We are finished with it. Okay, I have something in there that I don't like. Okay, what happened in here? Let me just take a look. Face. Something's not right in here. I just don't know what. Okay, I think I need to fill this face in here first. Okay, I have an interior edge in here. Don't know why this is in here, but I'm just gonna delete it. Okay, I'm gonna have some edges in here. I don't know how those one got in there. In fact, I'm just gonna go to a select mode, delete this one. Alright, one empty face in here. In here, it looks good. Okay, so yeah, I should say this doesn't look so right, but if one can extrude that face back, yeah, I think that's something I forgot to do. Don't know why. Delete this face. Did I delete the wrong face? Okay, so just gonna remove the doubles in there, remove the vertices, and now I need a loop cut in here. Okay, and I'm not gonna do the same thing for the other side because I'm just gonna waste time with that. You can do the same thing in here. I don't know, we forgot to do that. don't know why. Okay, so just I'll press again smooth shading to make sure everything's alright. And this is the main piece done. I'm just gonna hide all of the other pieces so my computer is not so slow. Alright, now I'm gonna continue modeling this piece in here. First I'm gonna add a circle, rotate 90 degrees along X, and I'm gonna add it again. Add a circle. Yeah, 12 vertices will be alright for me. I don't need any more. In fact, this is an interior piece. This one in here, it goes inside the rifle, so you cannot actually see it. Only maybe that part, which is that one, I guess. But the rest of it, you can see it. Okay. So I'm just gonna model this. And now for the rest of the modeling for these pieces that we left, I'm gonna use the main piece, because if you don't model this one after the dimensions of this one, you're just gonna have to do a little bit of modeling, a little bit of extra modeling after you finish all of these pieces, so they will all fit together. So this one needs to have the width of that one, so I'm gonna scale it along Y to that, and the rest of it I'm not gonna bother about it. Alright, I'm just gonna model this, scale that down, extrude again, scale that up, extrude again, and this when you merge, or I should say these two together, you rotate this piece by 90 degrees. So actually this is the front, which comes in here, and this is the back, which comes in there. Okay, so that front you aren't gonna see it, so I'm not gonna model it. Maybe I'm just gonna select that, all of that circle, duplicate it, and model the second part by from this one. Okay, extrude that all the way out. I'm gonna stop a little bit in there, and now I'm gonna quickly bridge these two together in here and in here. Maybe extrude this. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that as it is. I'm gonna bother about that, because you just have some extra vertices inside the rifle that you really don't want. So this is gonna be a low poly. This, okay, maybe those as well. And with this one, I'm gonna Control E, bridge to edge loops. It seems it doesn't work, so I'm just gonna do it myself. Oh, damn it. I really need to do it myself, don't I? Okay, I can see a thing in there, so I'm gonna hide some of these unwanted vertices. Hide them. hide them. Okay, so let's just see. I want to make 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm gonna delete these 4 faces and finish filling up these faces in here. Alright, Alt H, that part is done in there, or whatever. Alright, so this thing that you see in here, although from this angle of view you see it as a cylinder, that is actually those handlebars, or yeah, those handles that stick out of the weapon. So for the moment I will model them, but I'm not sure about the dimensions until I finish which is this piece, because those handlebars that are in here stick out through there, so I need to model one after the other. So I'm just gonna extrude this out for a moment and make the approximate dimensions. Okay, 3, extrude, and now I've extruded it again, and I'm gonna make from this circle, I'm gonna make a plane or a cube. Scale along Z 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Scale along Z 0. These 3. Scale along Y 0. Scale along Y 0. So it will be something like this. Yeah, that's how it looks. The roundness, I'm gonna look at the roundness now, and I'm gonna extrude this. In fact, no, Ctrl Z. I'm not gonna extrude it now, but just scale this one up a little bit. Also bring up along Z. Okay, pretty much that's how it looks. Now I'm gonna extrude it all the way in there, make a face, and to make just gonna join each of these two vertices. So I make from an end-gun face a quad face. Actually, more quad faces, not one. Alright, now I'm gonna add some loop cuts in here, one in here, and I actually need to extrude these faces out. If you take a look, this part is wider than that one, so I'm gonna extrude those two out along Y, extrude, scale along Y, and That's it, I'm done for the moment. I'll do more when I modeled the other piece, so I can see exactly how I need to take it. Alright, maybe I could add a subdivision surface for the moment, a smooth shading, and Control N. So I that face was turned inside, the normals were not right, so Control N recalculated the normals. Alright, let's see if something is not right. I want to concentrate on this part in here, so I'm gonna leave the rest as it is. I just need two loop cuts in here, and I'm gonna leave it as it is for the moment. Alright, and Alt H. Okay, so we have only one in here. No, doesn't matter. So these are the parts we modeled so far. I'm not gonna show you how to model these two on this part, because I could start one of these, but I'm not gonna be able to finish it. So instead, I think I'm gonna show you how to model the bullet 90 degrees, which is not quite, but very easy. Yeah, just a bullet. Gonna fill that face in there. Okay, scale that down. Okay, if you want a little bit more detail, you could scale that, or extrude that again in here and extrude it in there. No, not X, Alt M, sorry, and collapse them. Okay, so this is your bullet. Fill up this face, make it smooth, and add the subdivision surface view 2. Yeah, that's okay. One edge loop in there, one edge loop in here. Okay, maybe just an edge in here, so I sharpen this. And that looks more like a bullet, doesn't it? To sharpen this one in here, you could, instead of adding some loop cuts, you could just select this face. This is the end face, the last face, yeah, and extrude it, scale down just a little bit, and that sharpens it, and it looks a little bit better now. Okay, so this is our bullet, which is done, and I didn't know why why the top one wasn't showing in there, but I actually disabled the mirror, not the subdivision in here. Yeah, sorry about that if you notice it. Alright, so this is it. I'm not gonna take more of your time, and thank you for watching, and we're gonna see next time.